gotta be something good in here.
Hey, what is it?
Over here.
Will do. All this walking's wearing me out.
Gage.
Welcome home, boss. The digs are yours now. Hope you like the look. Coulter had some peculiar tastes. But this view is something, huh? Everything you see here is under your control, now that you're in charge.
I still don't get it. Why put me in charge?
You may have noticed that our former overboss, Coulter, was a fucking asshole. And that's me being nice. Ended up being poisoned for this whole operation. The way I see it, surviving the gauntlet means you got what it takes. Or at least the potential. For a good while now, we've needed someone who can get shit done, make real progress.
I sure do like the sound of that.
I thought you might. Look, I'll be honest with you. This operation needs someone to step in and take the reins. Sure as hell ain't gonna be me. Leading outright ain't my style. And there's already some blaming me for supporting Coulter all this time. My talents are best put to use helping a new overboss get all this shit under control. You get me?
Oh, sure. I understand. So, are you just gonna paint the bullseye directly on my back, or what?
I ain't gonna lie. It's a part of the reason you won't see me stepping up and running things. But I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be that bad. Let's take a step back and talk big picture, okay? Nuka world. Shit. This was the dream. Huge. Built like a goddamn fortress. You run this, world is yours. We had a good head start on it. A lot of work went into getting the disciples, the operators, and the pack to work together. But we got here. About a year ago, we pushed in through the front gate. Take over Nuka Town. Get these traitors under our thumb. And then, well, Coulter got lazy. He was content to sit on his ass. Never bothered putting in the effort to finish taking over the park. The gangs got restless and started pissing each other off. It is a real mess.
What kind of a mess am I walking into here?
It was little shit at first. Heated tempers, arguments, the occasional shooting. Got worse over time, though. Gangs started staking out as much territory as they could. All being on top of each other like this. Started looking for excuses to turn on each other. If something ain't done soon to settle things down, it's gonna reach a point there ain't no coming back from.
Coulter couldn't pull this off? He was weak. Didn't deserve to be in charge.
Tell me about it. I thought he had what it took, so I helped arrange this whole deal. Didn't work out. But now that you're here, we got a second shot. Ain't gonna lie. I've heard about you. Part of that railroad, ain't you? I don't give a damn about their little crusade, but guess I know you got some fight in you. Look, I know these gangs. Been working with them or against them for years now. I'll help you, okay? Walk you through everything. First thing you gotta do is get the gangs behind you. Without them supporting you, you're not getting shit done. You don't have to trust them. Hell, you don't even have to like them. But you need them to respect you enough to follow you.
Have any advice for how I should go about it?
Yeah, all right. The disciples like violence. The bloodier, the better. Tell them they'll get plenty of it. The operators are in it mostly for the money. They get promised caps, they'll listen to you. The pack, hell, I don't know. They follow whoever they think is the strongest. Show some teeth, I guess.
They'll listen, if they're all afraid of me.
Okay, settle down. Most of these psychos have seen shit that'd scare your nightmares. They're not gonna be that easy to intimidate. Look, technically, you're already the new Overboss, right? That's like half the work done right there. Just meet the leaders. Talk with them. Flex your muscles a little. Show them you mean business.
What happens after they're on my side?
Then, we get started on taking over the rest of Nuka World. But, one step at a time. You in?
Okay, let's do this.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. You just need to show them you're the right woman for the job. I'll be here if you need me. You are the Overboss after all. Just don't screw this up.
Hey, what you need?
Red-Eye original, you could say. Hey there, fella, what you doing out here?
Watch yourself, boss, because we sure will be.
Come on, girl. You know we should run this place. Not some little greenie Gage dragged in.
We're giving him a second chance. Gage screws this up, he knows we'll skin him alive. So shut up and be patient.
What about you, big guy? Nothing to say on the matter?
As long as she doesn't get in my way. Don't much care.
Yeah, figured as much.
Both of you just get out of here. And make sure the others get the message.
Don't look like much to me. You ain't talking. Talk
I'm afraid.
Hey,
So, you're Gage's little pet project.
and what are you? His grandma?
If I was, I would have slit that little suck-up's throat a long time ago. Gage will never be one of us. He's a failure. He's lucky we're giving him a second chance. Everyone knows we all wanted Coulter dead. Of course, if I had my way, it would have been a slow, painful process. But whatever. Let's get this meet and greet over with. I'm Nisha. I lead the Disciples. We've only got one rule around here, and that's keeping the peace of this alliance. Otherwise, the way we see it, this world stopped caring about rules the moment people started dropping bombs on one another.
I bet you guys are great at parties.
Side with us, you'll soon find out. Just don't slack off when it comes to actually doing your job. We got Coulter Nuka Town, and suddenly he forgot the big picture. We both know how that turned out. Although I could give him a little credit. He built the gauntlet, after all. Of course, it was total shit at first. No imagination. But we spiced it up a bit.
You call that a gauntlet? More like a cakewalk.
Do cakewalks end in death? Because if Gage hadn't helped your ass, you'd be dead right now. Let's just hope Gage is right about you. He made a lot of promises to get us here. Never followed through. So you better not screw this up, because I'm not about to tolerate another round of bullshit.
I'm gonna do things my way, whether you approve or not.
Oh yeah? I just have a few things for you to consider before you go off and do things your way. You see, the Disciples don't make empty threats. We make good on them. We aren't swayed by caps like those spoiled brats obsessed with their hair, or those savage animals who can't behave in public. Fuck this up, and I will kill you. Although, I admit I have even better plans for Gage. But, if you support us and keep your promises like a good little Overboss, we back you. You get to live, and everybody wins.
And why would I trust you?
Because we need each other. You give us what we want, and it's just a matter of time before everyone in the Commonwealth knows your name.
I don't make promises, and you'll do what I say.
Looks like you're already a step above Coulter. I'll see how this plays out. For now. But if you change your tune and decide to play nice, there's no shortage of work around here. So, if you're looking to prove you've got what it takes, you know where to find me.
Come across any hebologist crazies? Just ignore them. Told those freaks to stick to their camp. Heard you put a pretty good beat down on Val. What happened?
I was out of smoke since she didn't want to hook me up.
Hell, in that case, she deserved it. I've done a lot worse for a cigarette.
I remember.
You can head on in, Overboss. Sorry, Mags. All anyone's turned up so far is that she's got that Pip-Boy on her arm.
So, our new Overboss is a vault dweller.
Or iced the vault dweller.
You can go.
Hey.
Well, I suppose we all owe you for putting down Coulter.
Man was an idiot. Made us all look bad.
A clown stuck in his own little car. I guess we can take some solace in the fact that someone finally gave him what he deserved. I want to know, what did you feel as you did it? When you brought that walking pile of human garbage to his knees?
What were you discussing when I walked in?
Well, you, Overboss. You're an unknown quantity, and we're interested in knowing who we're dealing with.
So we'd like if you answered the question.
Yes. What went through you as you crushed the life out of that oaf?
Taking down an opponent like that, it's thrilling.
Sure looked it.
Perhaps you're better suited to this than I expected. Regardless, Gage's decree means that you're the new Overboss. I suppose we can only hope you work out better than the last one. I'm Mags. This is my brother, William.
Pleasure.
Along with our co-conspirator, Lizzie, we run this crew. Call ourselves the Operators. You'll come to understand soon enough that we are the only gang you should be backing around here. Because we're the only ones who see this place for what it is. A temple. A testament to the only thing that matters in this world.
Making money?
Exactly. Caps. This place was built for the sole purpose of taking caps out of the pockets of fools. We only joined Gage and Coulter's little menagerie in order to restore it to that goal. Though by somewhat more cutthroat methods than I expect its founders intended.
Instead, Coulter had us sitting on our asses for the better part of a year while he lived large in his damn mountaintop.
And that means, if you're going to be in charge around here, we'd like some assurances that you intend to bring this place back to its true purpose. And that we're going to get back to robbing folks of their fucking money.
I'm sorry. That sounds like a demand. I'm the overboss around here, and I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Of course, boss.
Whatever you say. So, you're welcome in the parlor whenever you like. Make yourself at home. And if you think you might be interested in running some jobs for us, you just come speak to me. But do take a little time to consider the kind of life we could all have if we put this place back to doing what it does best.
Any operator gets caught breaking the peace, I'll punish them myself, boss. Can't let them think it's all right to get caught.
Mags, William, and Lizzie. All you have to do is hear them speak to know they weren't born into this life. but they sure as hell were born for it. Mags and William normally have me frisk visitors, but you get special treatment.
Caught one of the traders stealing food. Turned him loose outside the gate. Welcome to the nest,
then I
boss.
got in a little
He was
extra
wondering
target
when you'd
practice.
make it down here.
You a sheep or a wolf? Because the pack only runs with wolves. Mason tarred and feathered the last alphas. Ain't been seen since. Smart, but don't ask for
Life's too short for bullshit. Four-legged cat.
There's plenty of collars in the kennels if you can.
Excuse me.
Now that I get a closer look at you, not sure I'm buying this new Overboss thing.
Well, I've got some baby rat rats I've been starving.
I'll send you my resume and references.
The fuck's a resume? Whatever, don't matter. Name's Mason, the Pack's Alpha. This here's our side of town. You might be Overboss, for now, but I'm the boss of the Pack, and it's gonna stay that way. Long as you don't go forgetting that, we're gonna be fine.
The pack? Fitting. You smell like animals.
Ah, never heard that one before. Look, it ain't like anyone's broke up about Coulter. Just figured on his replacement being, well, different. But Gage says you're the boss now, so you're the boss.
You don't want to be Overboss.
If I thought the other gangs would go along, yeah, I'd run this place in a heartbeat. Might have to, if you turn out to be a turd. At least it ain't Mags Black, that freak Nisha. Besides, you can't possibly be worse than Coulter.
Coulter was weak. Why'd you follow him at all?
Been wondering that ourselves. Don't get me wrong, Coulter was definitely Overboss. Not a man to mess with. And things were good in the beginning. Real good. But that was a year ago. Then Coulter went soft. Wanted to take stock in what we achieved.
I think you're a bunch of ungrateful children.
Careful there, boss. We ain't ungrateful. Just fed up. Sure, this place beats living in the shitholes we had out there. But it ain't the palace of caps we signed up for. Ain't none of us happy. Not even the disciples. And they're normally a chipper bunch so long as they're drenched in blood. Things were going to hell fast, but Gage put the brakes on that. Got us together and promised he'd find someone to deal with Coulter.
So, what's the real story behind Gage and Coulter?
Hey, I only know what I've heard. Story is that Gage talked Coulter into becoming Overboss. And he got you in here, didn't he? Maybe he likes people owing him. Maybe it lets him get things done without getting dirt on his hands. After Coulter went soft, Gage got us behind closed doors and promised he'd get someone to off Coulter. And you did just that. Might have been the whole point of the gauntlet all along.
I'm not Coulter, so that better not happen to me.
Yeah, sure, boss. I get it. I do. We're totally willing to give you a chance. We are. Look, let's cut to the chase. You gonna do right by the Pack? I hear you've been talking to the other gangs.
Be a good dog and do what you're told, or you'll be put down.
Whoa there, boss. Not in front of my guys, all right? You got enough to worry about without a dominant struggle inside the Pack to deal with. You know what? I think we're not so different, me and you. I want you to have this. Consider it a token of our mutual understanding and respect. One last thing before I let you go. There's always work to do around here, keeping the zoo in order. If you're ever able to lend a hand, drop by. Loyalty's a two-way street.
Hey,
Point out what you need and I'll get right on
over
it.
here.
No problem.
Nisha really only has one rule around here. Don't get caught.
All this walking's wearing me out.
The Overboss returns. Well, you're back in one piece. That's a good sign. Everything all peachy with our friendly neighborhood psychopaths? Sure hope you didn't promise them too much. I mean, going a little over the top is part of the game, but you don't want them holding it against you if you can't deliver.
They'll do what they're told. And that's all that matters.
Oh boy, okay. Time to roll up your sleeves, boss. There's work to be done. This place is huge. Divided up into sections. Parks, whatever the hell they called them back in the day. We need to take them all back. One at a time. Every section we secure gives us a little more breathing room and more resources. You stake a claim, plant a little flag for one of the gangs, and that settles it. It's theirs for good. Who gets what, that'll be your call. Whoever you hand it off to will appreciate it, but the others might get a little jealous. You know how it goes.
I thought the whole point of having minions was to get them to do the dirty work.
Yeah, give it time. You still got to prove to them you're worth following, remember? So that's it. Nice and simple, right? Take a minute. Settle in if you want. And then let's get to it. And hey, we're in this together, so I might as well go all in. You want me watching your back? You just say the word.
Why? What's in it for you?
For the love of... Ain't you been listening? I'm the one that sold this whole idea to the gangs. Shit goes south, it ain't just your head they're gonna want on a stick. I like my head where it is, so if I can do anything to help keep it there, I'm gonna. So, what's it gonna be? We doing this together, or not?
That sounds like a great idea, Gage. You got a deal.
You're the Overboss.